You know, it's times like these that make you think, what have I gotten myself into? What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So obviously I have a big announcement, but before I get into that, it's time for a little story. So I'm at work the other day and I'm having lunch with a coworker who happens to live in the same apartments as I do. And so, you know, I see him coming and going in and out all the time. Give him the wave, whatever. So I'm having lunch with my friend and he mentions, hey, you know, I know you've got this big thing going on, and so like when I saw them towing your car, like, you know, it made sense. And I was like, what? He was like, yeah, your car was getting towed, and that, you know, that makes sense with, you know, what you're doing. And I was like, no, that's not supposed to be happening. So I finished my lunch. I immediately rush home to figure out what happened and why my project car, my Subaru BRZ, is missing, why it got towed. And so I come up to where my garage is. I see that it's gone, and so I drive back over to the front office and I'm like, yo, what's the deal? What is going on here? And they said, oh, well, we saw that the car has been parked in the same spot. It hasn't been moved in a long time, and we checked the registration on it, and the registration is out of date. And of course the registration's out of date because I didn't pay to update the registration because it doesn't run. The car doesn't drive. It's just been sitting here while I've obviously been building the new engine for it. And so they said that they put a sticker on the windshield saying, you know, this car is not supposed to be parked here for whatever reason, and it had listed on there that the registration was out of date. But because I haven't come down to the garage in a few days, I didn't see that notice. And so they towed it out of my garage, out of my apartment complex. And I was like, you didn't think to like look up who owns that garage or who's been paying for that garage and like go to their account, find their phone number and call that person and ask like, hey, is this your car? It's been sitting there for a long time. The registration's out of date. Like none of that. They did not do any due diligence at all to see why this car was sitting here and hasn't moved in so long. And so they give me the phone number for the towing company. I call them up and I'm like, hey, this is the car. I don't know when it got towed. It was earlier this week. And they said, yeah, we've got it. You know, it's been here for a few days. So the total, it was like over $400 in the towing fee. And I was like, okay, that sucks. So it doesn't run, so I can't just, you know, come to your place and drive it off of your lot. So I need you to tow it back to the same spot that you pulled it from. And they said, okay, that'll be an extra $100. So it was like well over $500 that I had to pay for a mistake that my front office made. So I had them tow it back. It's sitting outside of the garage. I'm looking at it right now. That just sucks. So anyway, this leads me to the announcement of this video. So the friend of mine that had seen that it was getting towed said, oh, it makes sense because of the fact that I am moving. I'm not going to be in Greenville, South Carolina anymore. I am moving to Atlanta. So the reasoning, the whole point of wanting to do that, of wanting to move to Atlanta, is for the car scene. There's a little bit of a car scene here in Greenville, but it's not huge. It's hard to find, you know, like-minded car enthusiasts who want to do this level of work of, you know, engine swapping. There's, you know, a lot of guys who are into, you know, minor mods, exhausts, coilovers, wheels, tires, and things like that. But there's not a big community of people who want to build cars and take them to the track and, like, you know, do mountain drives, which is really kind of what I'm more into than anything else. But so that's the big announcement. I'm moving to Atlanta, and really by the time you guys are seeing this, I probably will have already started my new job. So one of the reasons why there have been so few posts on the channel as of late is because of the fact that I've been focusing on trying to get a new job and trying to find a place to live. So I've got some friends who currently live in Atlanta, and we are trying to find a place like to rent together, right? And we haven't exactly figured that out yet. And my main focus is that I need a garage because obviously this one is relatively small. It's one car, it's longer than just like a standard one car garage, so I have a bit more space on the backside, but it's still gonna be almost impossible to do this entire swap in this space. People have done it, but I just have too much stuff. I have boxes of parts, I've got the transmission, I've got old parts that I've pulled off, I've got all my tools in the back, my welding setup. I've got too much stuff. But anyway, so that's the big announcement. It's gonna be another 2, 3, 4 weeks before I can get all of this stuff relocated. And so the timeline for that is still kind of unknown. But yeah, I've got to get everything out of my apartment moved. I have to get all of this stuff moved separately. I have to get my motorcycle, and then I have to get my car towed from here down to Atlanta. It's like a 2-hour drive. So that is the big update, guys. In the next 3 to 4 weeks, really, I should have everything kind of moved down there into the new space, and then I'll show you exactly where I'm gonna be working. So if any of you are local to Atlanta and you wanna hit me up, leave me a comment down below or shoot me a DM over on Instagram. That's pretty much gonna wrap up the video. Hit that like button if you wanna see more content from me, and we'll see you guys on the next one. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So obviously I've got a... Yeah, what's up? You wanna be in it? Shameless plug, all right? Y'all have a good day. All right. What's going on, guys? I can't even do my intro anymore. See you later. Oh my God. I just got hijacked by a 12-year-old? I don't know. God, where was I? What was I saying?